folks, welcome to Testing Hacks. Today in this video, we will talk about the top manual interview questions that are commonly asked in interviews. This is the part 1 of the series. Before we begin, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. And the first question is, compare a test plan to a test case. What does each include? Test plan is a document that describes a project's test planning. It includes everything from the testing scope to approach and resources, as well as the schedule. The test case gets more specific than the test plan. It describes test cases, step by step how to test the application. This document includes test steps, prerequisites, outputs, and the test environment. And the next question is, what is software development life cycle? The software development life cycle is also known as SDLC. Describes the process through which software is developed. There are slight differences in what different organizations call these specific steps, but they all start with development and end with application maintenance. The most popularly accepted steps are requirement phase, design phase, coding phase, testing phase, deployment phase, and finally maintenance. So, I have already made an video on software development life cycle. If you have not watched that video, I will leave the link in the description box. Please do watch it. And the next question is, what is positive testing and what is negative testing? Compare the two. When you test an application with correct data, ensuring that everything works as it should with the expected user behavior, you are performing the positive test. Wherein, for example, if a password only allows numbers, you would only put numbers into this field with positive test. If everything works as it should, your program has passed this particular positive test. Wherein, when you test an application with incorrect data, ensuring that errors don't occur with unexpected user behavior, you are performing negative test. For example, using the previous example, you would put both numbers and letters into password field with negative test. If an error message occurs, you know that the program has passed this particular negative test. It didn't let you into the system when there is an unexpected behavior. When we compare positive and negative testing ensures that everything works when there is unexpected user behavior, while positive testing ensures that everything works when the when the end user does the program expects what the program expects. In other words, negative testing makes sure that the things that shouldn't work don't, while positive testing makes sure that the things that should work do work. Okay. Next is, what is the difference between requirement and the specification? Requirement. Requirement are the features, functions, and goals of the proposed software system as defined by the client. For example, a company may want their software to store shopping cart data for at least 30 days. This would be a requirement. Whereas the specification, on the other hand, explain how these features, functions, and goals are to be met. For example, a specification would be a user session information will be persisted into the operational data store upon logout or session timeout and maintained for 30 days. What if there isn't enough time for thorough testing? What would you do? In order to understand this, we have to focus on the testing efforts during a time crunch. The project team must perform risk analysis and speak to the stakeholders. Okay, so in short, in order to understand where to focus testing efforts during the time crunch, the project team must perform risk analysis and speak to the stakeholders, and they have to determine that the important functionality should be tested, determine high risk aspects of the project, and prioritize the kind of testing that need to be performed, and determine the tests that will have the best high risk coverage to time required ratio. What is hotfix? The term hotfix is generally used when client has found an issue within the current release of the product or with the existing software functionality and cannot wait to be fixed until the next release. Okay. Hence a hotfix issue is created to fix it and is released. For an example, in an e-commerce website, say some of the use e-commerce website, if you're not able to place in the products, if you're not able to order the product, then that is a major issue. In that case, this needs to be fixed immediately as it is impacting the business. What is the difference between defect and a bug? A bug is a result of coding error, wherein a defect is a deviation from the requirement or the specification. So, this is all the important question from manual testing perspective, and this is a part 1 series of it. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.